Hello, hello, hello. It's Crafty Chris here with another Scrap Your Scraps. So tonight I am going to work with colors in a glitter dot package I received. So I've got glitter orange, light and dark, and I've got some pink here, like a pinky orange, and some brown. So I'm going to pull out of my scrap paper mats album, so paper that is too small to go into my big containers. I just collect by color. So I'm going to pull out some of these colors from my collection, and I'm going to do some kind of a layout with them. So let's see how that works out. So first of all, we do have some pink, but it's very pale pink. So let's see what I can pull out that will kind of match the pink that's happening here. So this is too pale. That's too fleshy. That may work a little bit. That might work. Too fleshy. Although, it kind of goes with that. Not so much. That kind of works. Okay, so we've got a little bit happening here. I'm just going to pull out, and I can always put back if I don't need them all. I have no idea what size they're going to need to be, so it's all random. Oh, this is kind of fun. So I have, these are very close to that actual dot. I don't like this. This is too pink. So I'm going to put that back in here. It's a reject. Alrighty, I like these little pink, shiny, sparkly squares because they go really well with this pink here. You can't really see it. There we go. That gives you a little bit better idea of the color blending there. And what else do we have? That's a little too pink. I need my light on because I can see it better over here. And then I'll turn the lights down when you can, to help you see it a little better after. What do we got here? Too pink. This might work. It's in the range. Got lots of these stripy purpley pinks here, so that's going to work. A little too pink, but actually I don't like this. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. This will work. Too pink. And that's got a number of the colors in it, but I'm not really feeling the green that's in there. I don't want that. Too fleshy. Too pink. Too pink. It's got red in there that throws me off. Okay, so that's what we have for pinks. What else do we have here? Okay, so this I'm pretty sure is not going to work because it's not, it's more red and pink than, and we have some more of this. What about that? Nope. That, nope. That, nope. That, nope. Alrighty, that was easy. Pinks are done. So this pink I'm going to keep because it may work with the orange that's happening there. Alright, so then the next thing is we're not doing reds, we're doing oranges. So what do we have in the way of oranges? We have a lot of bits and pieces in oranges. Okay, so that orange is too vibrant. That one works a little bit. Too vibrant. Too orange. That one works a little bit. That one could work a little bit. We'll play with that range. Don't know if we'll use them all, but we'll give it a try. And there's some interesting colors here. This has the pink and the orange in it, which I quite like. Turn down the light here so you can see. It's not really, it's a bit dark. Yeah, I'll throw it in there. It's a little off. This for sure. That'll work. Like that pink and the orange. I just don't like the green that's in there. Oops, these guys are sliding off. There we go. Got some yellow in there. On the back, I don't. I don't like that. Maybe that. Alrighty. And let's try what's going on in here. Here's that fleshy color. I think it's the same as this one. Yes. I think I'm going to keep that. Don't know if I'm going to use it too much. More fleshy color. Like that. Oh, this is quite nice. Except it's got blue. So that's not going to work. Okay. So there's my oranges. And now we're going to look at kind of a goldy orangey color if I have anything that's goldy orangey. I don't want yellow, but I do want goldy orangey color. Whoa. If I can get it out. Goldy orangey color, anything? Nope. I'm on this pile. And let's see what we have here. Ooh, it's real tight. Oh, there we go. Golden orange color. It's a sandy color. Don't think so. Nope. All right. Stick that back in there. Those are just barely fitting. Okay. Let's see what we have here. The birds would work on this. But no, not really orangey enough. Alright. Nope. Got nothing. Okay. Put that back. And now we're going to go to browns. We don't want greens. We don't want blues. We don't want blues. What about purpley pink? Okay, for sure those aren't going to go. That's an interesting purpley pink. That might have more of that in the red section. There's some more of it here. This is not going to work. Oops. There we go. See if we have anything patterned in the purpley pink. That's too purple. Yeah, no. This is too purpley too. Alrighty. And what do we have here? I already pulled one of those out. Now that's definitely coppery brown. That's not going to work. These aren't going to work now. No. Nope, nope, nope. Alright. Definitely don't want turquoise. this one looks fun. I could use that. I actually like the back of this. So let's see if we have more. Okay, what else is in here? Flip this out the other way. That even might work. Anything else in here? I don't know if I'll use those, but alrighty, let's see here. Just make sure, what was the other side of that? Oh, no, don't have any more of that. Okay. Multicolors sometimes have stuff on the back. Yellow. No. No. Okay, so craft. Is craft gonna be a good color choice? Kind of goes a little bit with the orange and the brown. Let's pull out some craft just because we have it. I might as well try and use it. And then I'm looking for the dark brown. It's not brown enough. Alrighty. Ooh, got lots in here. I can't get it all out. Okay, let's get some of it out first. Nope. Nope. These are all too light. That might work. So we'll try that. What about this? No, it's not warm enough. It's cold. So put this all together here. Oh, look at that. That might work. What else do we have here? This later. And these are not really along that deep line. Okay. So we kind of got an idea of what we have. I just want to check 2 more pockets. Oh, come on. You can get in there. Yes, this might have something. All right. I kind of like that. And this is a ready color. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. But we do have some of the wood that ranges in those colors. So we'll pull that out. That's not going to work. Okay. Put that back in here. Come on. Okay, now I do have a fall section, I think. And no, that's not going to work. Don't have a lot there. And I just want to check my reds because I did get that color and there could be more of it in the red section. see what we have here. This is a very purpley color. So, yeah. This is definitely red. These guys. Now that one is kind of a brown. Nope, I think that's it. Alrighty. Now, you can always pull. Maybe I have gold somewhere. Double check quickly. Goldy orange. Nope. And blacks and grays. No. Sometimes the back of things is better than what I put them in for front. There we go. And that's it. Wait. Now here's some fall stuff. That works. So I have two of those. There we go. Lots of orange. What else do we have here? Greens, not using green. And I know this is taking a little bit of time. Okay, not really thrilled with that. Okay, so we have quite a few things here to play with. So I'm going to get my binder out of the way. This is a really great storage unit to keep all your bits and pieces in, and it just goes on a shelf when you're done, but I'm going to keep it to the side because I may put some of the stuff back. Now I am thinking fall or even like desert. Like these colors here are very deserty to me. So if I'm going to go and get a background for this, I actually might just stick with craft and then not worry about the craft there. Let's see what I have. I could go dark brown. Nah. I don't really want to go brown. What do I want to do? So this is orange and red and purple. Yeah, maybe craft is the neutral. Alrighty, let's try craft. I'm going to grab a piece of craft. I have some interesting craft here that has a pattern on it. Don't know if I want any of that pattern. I think I'll use the backs of this. There we go. One package down. Okay, so I'm going to try a 2-page layout, and I'm thinking in terms of squares for matting, and I'm looking at putting a block straight across. So let's just start laying a few things out. This is kind of a really cool beginning, and I have 2 of those, which is awesome. So I can kind of space those out. So I've got some orange, and now let's pull in some of the pink. I like these little bits. They'll be good for sticking in where things don't fit so well. So maybe we put a bit. And we're just kind of placing them. Like, I don't think there's any real, kind of crooked here. There we go. These are all pre-cut, so basically I will cut these down at some point, but I think I'm just going to start to try to place them in a color organization. All right, so now I'm just using the already existing shape sizes and laying them out. Now I'm going to get the craft out of here because I do not need that. But it would be cool to have 2 bits of this on either page. So let's imagine that that is in that corner. Maybe we'll cut it in half just so that I can lay it out across the 2 pages. So this is 4.5, so 2 1/4. Now, with cutting glitter, you don't want the glitter up with the blade. You want to turn it over and have the glitter go through the bottom first. That way you will have, your blade will stay a little bit sharper, a little bit longer. If you put it with the glitter first, it will really sort of mangle your blade and make it less sharp. Okay, so there we go. Got some things happening here. Now we've got some wood. So let's play a little with the wood. Like I said, we can trim this all up to make it work together. And I'm going to put some wood down here. Piece of wood, maybe there. Oh, a couple of squares of wood, maybe here and there. I like this piece. You can go in there somewhere. That's a lot of brown stuck together. Let's see what we can do to change that up a little bit. Okay, so going back to the orange. What if we put orange in there? And see, in here, you can play with some of these little glittery pink bits. Now this can either go this way or that way. Which way do I want it? It's quite bold. So I want a little more of this. So this is a smaller piece. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that guy up there maybe. And I'll take him out for a minute. Move this one down here. Put this one there maybe. That really draws the eye, doesn't it? Ugh. Maybe we will just, because we're going to be putting photos on top, keep those for last. Maybe something like that. We have this fleshy pink that can go along the bottom here. Actually, pink can go maybe there. So you're literally just playing around with all your shapes until you get something that you kind of like. And then if you have to trim things down, great. Trim them down. If you have to find bigger pieces and you have that in your big piece sections, use it. See, these little pieces here can fill spots like that. And, okay, so I think we need a little bit of this stripe happening. That's the biggest. Oh, you know what? That guy can go in there. So just kind of doing this until you get it sort of in a way that you like it. And then you can play with the cutting of it. So a lot of purple and pink all together there, a lot of orange all together here. So maybe I'll do something like that to fill this in. And this seems to me to be a little longer, but I got to keep both sides sort of the same, so we'll figure that one out. This is a really cool piece. I think I'll take that out of there and put that in there. And this goes here, and maybe okay, that one seems a bit bigger, so why don't we just maybe do 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So this is already coming together. So I'm going to play with this a little bit more, and then we're all going to kind of come back. I think I'm going to spread these little glitzy bits out a bit and play around with this center section a little bit, but these are kind of the things that I'm working with. So I'm going to do that while you play with yours, and I'll see you back shortly. Okay, in playing around with this a little bit, I've decided that I want to create 2 parallel lines and so that I have a framework to be able to fit this all in. So I measured one side of what I had laid out, and it was 8.5 inches, so that leaves 1 3/4 inches at the top and 1 3/4 inches at the bottom. And I don't know what I'm doing with this side yet. So what I've already done is I've gone up my grid 1.75 and put my ruler. I usually start at the 1 mark instead of the 0 because I like to be able to line it up. And then I've gone in 1.75 and put a corner. Now I'm going to go up again 1 3/4 here, and then line up my ruler and go across 1 3/4, and that's my corner, my other corner. So do the same on this side. So actually I can draw that line. So this line between these 2 places is my end point. So I'm making a frame of 1 3/4 all the way around. Okay, so I've just drawn a line to indicate this left side. Now I'm going to draw the top and bottom lines by doing the same thing. So 1 3/4, but I'm coming right to the edge, so it doesn't matter where I put that measurement. So 1 3/4. And then I can just draw that line from there to there. Okay, and then I do my 1 3/4 from this side, 1 3/4, and whoops, draw my line from here to here, and that should give us our box. Okay, so there is my framework that I have to work within. So in order to make this just simple, I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Dot, dot, making sure I have it lined up, which I don't. So take away that dot and that dot and do it again, Chris. Measure twice, dot once, and then this dot is right there. Okay. And then on this side, I'll do the end pieces the way I did the last one. So we are, all right, so I need to go up 1 3/4, up, and 1 3/4 in. So there's my 1 3/4 up, and then my 1 3/4 in. There's my dot, up, 1 3/4, and 1 3/4 in. So I can draw this line right now. If I can find my dot, there's my dot. And there's my other dot. So that goes there. And then this lines up with the dot I made over there. Somehow this does not look straight, but I will check it. Oops. Bit of craft space issue here, and that should go there. There we go. Let's make sure that's 1 3/4 all the way up. Oh yeah, this is totally not. Yeah, that's too high. So 1 3/4 is actually there. So make sure that you have it accurately. The nice thing is that craft paper, good craft paper, can be erased easily. Alrighty, there we go. That looks much better. Okay, and there's my frame there. So now when I put my two pieces together, I have a frame to work within, which is going to make it a whole lot easier to put this all together. Alrighty, I'll be back shortly. So I have things laid out, and I have decided that I perhaps want to have space between the pieces. So I am going to start gluing these end pieces just slightly over the boundary lines in order to create space between the pieces, and we'll see how this all works out. Like I said, you're going to probably have to do some trimming. So I want to have, this fits perfectly right now, so I want to move this out 1/16 of an inch. So there's like 1/8 of an inch there, and then 1/8 of an inch on the outside. So that should work. Now, just want to make sure my trims are all looking nice and tidy. Don't have any crappy ends like this one does. Just trim off any little knobby things that are going to get in the way. And I am going to dig in and stick this down. So I will do one side with you while you're watching, and then we'll do it the other side on our own. So I have that in, but I just want to make sure my measurement is even on this side. So I have 1 3/16 over a half. 1 3. Yep, 1 3/16 over a half. That's not bad. Okay, so this one's down. I'm going to put this one down, and it looks pretty good in terms of not being too horrible. And we're going to give it that 1/8 in between. Alrighty. So this is how I'm trying to lay this out so that it gives a good 1/8 of an inch in between. Alright, so then my next row is going to be these guys. So I want to keep all of this piece. I don't mind trimming that one. So I'm going to stick that one down because you can't waste glitter paper. It's just not doable. So we're going to have that 1/8 inch and the 1/16 inch. So there's all that guy. And now this guy I'm going to trim, but I can trim it off after. All right. Alrighty, so I'm going to give him that 1/8 inch. There we go. All right, so then we line these guys up. We're definitely going to have to trim this piece, so I'm going to keep that one separate. Right now, I'm going to worry about this piece and how I trim it, and this piece and how I trim it. And my idea was that this goes in here. That can fit in there. Alrighty, that can fit in there. And I don't mind having a 1/16 of an inch there. I think I might even want to cut this down a little bit so that it shows the edge, because when the other piece is butted up to it, you need to have that space as well. Haha. Alright, so right now I am going to mark my corner here and do a trim. It's like a puzzle. And I'm going to do a trim along that line. There we go. And I'm just going to make sure my edges are not messy. There's a little bit of jaggedness to this, so I'm just going to trim off the fuzzy stuff, but not make it any smaller than it should be. There we go. Now I can stick that down. Alrighty. There we go. Now, this guy I want to trim. He needs to have a 1/16 of an inch. And so I'm going to take the 1/16 of an inch off. Your paper obviously is going to be completely different than mine because you have different size scraps. There we go. So we have an 1/8 on one side and a 1/16 on the other side. Now this one is going to fit in there, and I'm going to have to trim that one. got some spots. Okay, so this one, make sure it looks pretty good. I don't have to trim this one. Just going to put him right in there. There we go. Make sure it's nice and even. All right, that does not look even. This actually is the problem here. And there we go. That's better. There we go. Craft paper is a little tricky to glue to because it doesn't like adhesive very much. There we go. All right, we got some. Now in these spots here, that's where I'm going to put a gem, or they may be covered with paper, like photos. Okay, so now this one I need to trim. So I'm going to give this 1/16 of an inch. So I need to trim here all the way across. Okay. There we go. Now this piece should fit in fine. Yep. So we're going to line that up. Alrighty, there we go. Now this piece I was going to have right here. I think I'll turn it around and have more dark. And it's going to need to be trimmed right about there. And that'll do. Just a little fuzziness here. There we go. So we're going to give that its space across the top and the bottom. I feel like this piece is not square. Let's see. It isn't square. Okay. That's why it doesn't feel square, because it isn't square. There we go. Now that should be nice and square. Yep. Hopefully that fixed it. Feels better. There we go. I don't know why. This piece is really concerning me here. Okay, that's safe that way. And that. There we go. That's gonna make it a little better. Sometimes you just can keep trimming and trimming and trimming, and it just dwindles down to nothing and doesn't feel any straighter. probably that piece. This piece I want to come over a little bit more. I think I've given it too much space. There we go. Okay, now I want to put this piece in there, so I'm going to have to trim it. And it needs to have a trim. Now I'm going to have to trim it this way so that I can see what I'm doing, so that I can have it lined up properly. There we go. Nice. This is a really weird piece of paper. It's not really paper, it's... Maybe I'll have it at the bottom. Alright, and then I should be able to fit one of these in there and just do a little tiny trim. Beautiful. Just a little tiny trim off one edge. Do this sparingly. There we go. Just a little bit more. There. Okay. And there we are. That one fits in beautifully. Put the arm down so you can see. And line that up. And there's our first page. Okay, so there's one side. Looks kind of funky. Alrighty. Push it all down. Alright, now we're going to work on our second side and do exactly the same thing with your second side. Starting with the big piece and moving your way across the page. Okay, so here we are with the finished layout all laid out. And I'm just going to move this over so you can see end to end. There you go. Okay, so now we want to lay out photos. And let's get our mat list. Remember, we are making our mats 4x6s. They're probably easiest on here. Alright, so I don't want to cover up too much, so I could do a 4x6 there, a 4x6 there, and I can come outside the lines a little bit. So 2 4x6s, 1, 2, 3 4x6s. If I come out of the lines just a little bit. Now I want a title there, so I'm going to come down here. I want to put a title across there. Alrighty, and let's get some 4x4s. And let's see. See, I'm liking what's happening here, but these are too much into. Actually, I want a smaller one for there. Let's do a 3x4 here. 3x4 here. What if I do it mirroring? 3x4 here. So 2 3x4s. Still showing our cool papers. And then what if we mirrored Yeah, that would work. And then a 4x4 over here. By 4 over there and there. This over just a little. And another 4x6 down across the bottom. Don't like that either. Okay, so let's drop this down here. I need to have room for my title. So all of this is going to get dropped down. And then it looks weird on that side. So let's change this up a little. We are going to move the 4x4 up here, the 4x6 there, another 4, oh, I don't want to cover that up. Don't mind the 3x3s being side by side and being dropped down. 4x4 can go in there. Yeah, let's drop this guy. Let's drop him there. And we can put this guy up here. Squeezing my eyes together, taking a look. Leaves me some room for some kind of fancy thing over there. I've got room for a title here. I might drop that a bit. Okay, so potentially this is where I'm going to stay with my photos. So let me get some of my removable tape. And I'm just going to stick that down now, because then we're going to stick into our stash to pull out a title. There we go. I don't mind. I want to make sure that I am showing. Oh, I'm burying that one. See, this is the problem. I want to show some of all of that paper. So let's do that. Okay. This guy's going to be underneath. Whoops, let go. Okay, lining him up underneath. Kind of centered. This guy is going to go over here. And we're going to be digging into our stash for some elements. I'm going to be coloring up that purple. Or do I want to put that down there and that there? I think I just solved that problem. I think I like him here. This is a little crooked, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to line him up with that edge. Oop, ran out of double-sided tape. So I'm going to line him up with that edge. This guy should probably be lined up with this edge. Okay, so there's one side. Need room for the title up there. I can do some kind of whatnots in the corner there. Okay, so now I'm take apart my reversible tape. And I have another one somewhere. Give me just 1 second. Sorry. Did not expect for it to die. That's why you should always have extra tape on hand. There we go. And put you back in there. It's like it never happened, except this is thinner. But that should be okay. All right. Prefer the wider tape, but that's okay. And you're going to go up in that corner. And I think we're going to create the same visual here, but on the other side. Oh. Yes, not keen on this skinny tape. And so I have this about, let's eyeball it. It's about 1 inch from the bottom, so I should probably have this about the same. Lift it up a little. Oh, skinny tape. And have it about 1 inch from the bottom. There we go. And then this is going to be about the same distance from the bottom, creating that space in between. And this is the last photo. Now you can also do 5x7s. This is just what I'm thinking in terms of making sure my pictures are showcased, and so is my paper. There we go. All right, so there we are for picture layout. Now we're going to go into our stash for a title. I go into my words container. This container is full of all different kinds of words. I actually hope maybe I can pull something out of here, because this kind of goes along with what's happening with one of the, so that's an option. Then I can always do gold. What else do we have here? These are kind of small. I find these a little too small. But ultimate travels. Be a travel layout. And what else do I have? This one doesn't really have the right colors. That's all right. This one has black, and this one for you, fabulous fun and joy. It's black. This one is nice and big, but again, don't really have, I have say cheese that's in pink that could go with it. Say cheese and pink could go with it. And then I have white ones that could go with it. But I think I'm going to stick with, I already checked all of these. Did I check this one? Drama Door Cutie. Nope. Doesn't have anything. I think I'm going to make this a travel layout. So I think I want to stick with a travel theme. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, so that's not going to work. What do we got here? Good times. Favorite memories. Favorite. I think this might get lost, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm going to go for Ultimate Travels on this page. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Put that title on there. Whoa. Okay. So we have Ultimate. Be careful with these. They're not altogether forgiving. And they do snap, like this one just did. Okay, so let me see how that's going to go. Ultimate. Yeah. Okay. So as these get older, they will snap. I am finding out. So I'm going to put Ultimate around the corner there. Hope they stick. And Ultimate. I don't think it's going to stick very well. Cardstock. Now this is the interesting part. I do have a tool that will handle this. Got this little dot. I've got to get underneath it. So it's a little dot for the eye. Oh, I just managed to do that. Spin it around. Oh my gosh. It's stuck on my nail. Okay. So scrapbooking can be a challenge. Now I like it, but I gotta move it. It's too close to the eye. There we go. Down! Stay down! There we go. Ultimate. And hopefully we can get travels off all in one piece. There we go. Ultimate Travels. There we go. That's a start. And I think I'm going to do a couple of arrows just to draw your eye to it. They're a little bit light, but they will work. This one's a blue, but it's dark enough that it won't show up. And we can do a couple of stars in the corner here to also bring your eye. Alrighty. So that's Ultimate Travels. Put that away later. Okay, here we go. I have this little I think actually that I'm going to take this and put this down here, going right into the bullseye. Then I'm going to move these guys a little bit down. Oh, corner snapped on that. Yeah, these don't, these are tricky. They do dry out. Alright, so a couple things I want to do. I want to smatter a few of these around. So I see a perfect place. I want to put a big one in the middle. A big one in the middle of this space. There we go. And one on either side. Equidistance apart. So we got a little bit of contrast there, and I could pull the same thing up here. Oops. Oh, the glue is not wanting to come off on that one. Okay. I'm going to start with a big one in the corner. And then I have 3 sizes of this one. So we've got a big one, a medium-sized one, and a little one. All across that corner. Ooh, that's not very even. There we go. Now, aha, they're different sizes as well. Okay, so then I want to bring in some pink here. So we're going to do large, medium, small. Doesn't show up so good when you have the big lights on, but shows up when you have the little lights on. And then over here, I think I'm going to do the chocolate ones again. This is the one that won't come off. So we're going to do large, medium, and small again. All right. And over here, I'm going to do orange. In the center, large, medium, oops, a little bit down, and small. Okay. Somebody's missing, this one's missing the sticky. I have to kind of pull it off when I pull the gem off. Trying to get it to stick. There we go. So we have dark and dark. We have light and medium, and then we have pink. So I feel like I need to have something else either here or there, or both places perhaps. Alrighty. I'm gonna do dark orange, big, middle, and small. There we go. And I feel like I need to do this pink. I'm going to move because it is just not showing up here. So we're going to put that centered. Have to be careful that you don't wreck your paper. There, that's going to show up a lot better over there. Oops. Oops. So it is possible to move these around. You just want to avoid doing it too much. Alright, so this is dropping down, this is dropping to side, center, center, center. And I think we'll do one more dropping down here. One, two, and three. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, but we have a title on that side. Okay. Now, can we put flowers on here? Or some kind of travel-y stuff? I think I have some things here that I can look at. I don't know if they'll go. See, I love this little Vespa. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Adventures in Green. Sky High First Class. Memories. So I'm going to add a sticker there. It coordinates. I'm going to do the Vespa. I have to do the Vespa because it's one of my favorite images for travel. And I think coming out of the Vespa, I have a few things. Destination. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, no, that's not going to work for me there. I am going to use that sticker. What else do we have? So destination, we can have a sticker coming across there where I can label. And these are really not the right color. I can have a date and that can go underneath destination. this, I can just stick across there. I like threes. It's kind of my number. Okay, that's about it for travel stuff in that file. What do we have here? We have tickets, but nothing really in the color lines. Not that we have to stay in the color lines, but it's just better if we do. And I feel at this time we have yellow and red. Nah, we don't have any there. That's on this sheet. And this is mostly sailing, and we're not really sailing. What's on the other side here? Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that I want to add from this group. Oh, sorry. Put these away later. Okay, one more pile of stuff to look at for decor. I think, if I'm not mistaken, for travel. Since I just decided that's what I want to do, let's see what we have in here. These are kind of old-fashioned-y, but they may have some small things that we can add. This is just words. I have an escape here, but I want to trim it because it's got blue and pink around it. I don't mind the pink so much. It's the blue. Okay. And nothing there. What do we have here? We have stamps. We have these. We could probably use those. And nothing else really pops in the colors. And I think that that is going to be it. Okay, I have 2 escapes and 2 little doodads that I'm going to add. And then I'm just going to add the pictures because that should be good enough. Alrighty, so this is the finished work. Sorry. Alrighty. So this is where we ended up. Okay. So as I said, I'm just going to add a couple of little more doodads to create little corner things and embellishments on it to jazz it up a tiny bit. And this will be my finished travel project. All right, so I hope you enjoyed doing the whole process of piecing together the different bits from out of your already cut, already prepared scraps. And it's really just that easy. You just go in and you find scraps and you use them. And that's it for today. Thanks very much. We'll see you next Thursday.